Oh my goodness. And the reason that I'm chuckling is because the ditch that is being blocked off for access to a proposed new building site, no surprises, is doing what ditches are meant to do, filling up with water and draining away. Except this one hasn't got anywhere to drain to. And you can see some of the plant life in there. It's already got used to a wet environment. And I suspect strongly that the developers will be back to remediate it to what it was, to fulfil its function as a drain as well as a boundary marker. Just because it's an old way of being, oh look, crossover, doesn't necessarily mean it's a poor way of being or that a new way of being is better. Good morning. So we're now in a very old lane. And it's been left alone because it's not part of the building works. And as a consequence, it's kept its character. Just look at the stunning colours. So this year, as well as being a mast year, which I might come back to later, yeah, has been a really, really good year for the trees. The extended warmth, the extended sunlight, they've produced masses and masses of sugar, which is in some way, or partly due to, or partly the cause of it being a mast year. Now, as the daylight hours are diminishing, they're withdrawing from their leaves all that sugar which they use for photosynthesis. And what we're seeing, the lovely yellows, reds, oranges, are the waste products, bits that the tree no longer requires. So all of this beauty can be said to be part of decay. It still looks nice though. I'm hoping that with the rains, not having had a frost, look at those lovely rose hips. Wow. You might get to see some fungi. And I'm not going to make any of those belaboured jokes about fungi. But if we do, we'll mention some of the lore, L-O-R-E, and some of the history behind them. So on the 5th of October, 5th of November, I'm wondering, did I really need my coat and my scarf? Better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it, I would say. It's interesting that there's a gradation in the trees withdrawing their sap and turning yellow. So in front of us there are what I suspect are hazels and maples, and they're some of the first. They're turned 80-85% yellow. There's the oaks sycamores, horse chestnuts, they're a little bit later, which means we get an extended display. How nice is that? So during the week, on a trip to my local supermarket, I saw a choisier sundance in flower. You might not know what it is, but you'd know it if you saw it, and you'd know it if you smelt it. And it's completely the wrong time of year for it. And I see that as evidence of global warming. It's here, we're experiencing it. Interesting to see how we adapt to it. So as we're walking along back lane, my mood is lifting. Feeling a bit hungry. Not unusual for me. I'm actually doing something for myself, something for my well-being. Posting. Well, last week I posted part 1 of the story of my year. Being able to do something of my own choosing, for my own well-being, relates into part 1, part 2, which I'll be posting tomorrow. Very, very important. Wow. I only know that as a firebush. I think that's quite obvious how that got its name. Look at these sloes. These hawberries. H-A-W, not W-H-O-R-E berries. Proliferation of them. And of course they're winter food for any of the birds that overwinter in this country. And that looks to be a damson tree. I must have walked under that a couple of 100 times and never realised that. You can see from the fruit on the ground. It's not only the oaks that benefit from last year's, and I think that's evidence of it. What that sign relates to is a planned power network, pylons to you and me, being proposed over this county. And there are those that see the benefits of it and are in favour of it, and people displaying signs like that. I think it's reasonable to assume that there are those that aren't so keen on it. It'll be interesting to see who wins, the planners or the local government, or the local people even.